PlayStation 5 Pro, man. Listen, I got the PS5. It's treated me well. There's a couple times it had some crashing issues. Turned out I just needed to clean the inside of the PS5. Like, I have cats, so their hair gets all in that shit. But I haven't really had a problem with the PS5. Of course, I got like the first edition of it. I don't know. I got it the same week it dropped. And for some reason, people were telling me, oh, that one's better than what they've recently been making. So I don't know what they've recently been making. But all I know is my PS5 has treated me amazing. The one complaint is the controllers, man. The controllers, like, I don't know what it is. Every controller ends up having the same problem after, like, I would say 3 months. Start getting that stick drift just to the left. But it's not even like stick drift. It's just like on games. It's like a motor problem or something. But we got a PS5 Pro. I want to see what they offer with the PS5 Pro. Like, the PS4 Pro, honestly was way better. You had more storage, ran faster. It was a little bit larger, but not crazy. Yeah, everything just ran smoother. I don't even know if it had better graphics. I think it might have. But PS4 Pro was actually really good. The PS5 Pro, I don't know how they can make it any better unless maybe they made the storage way larger, which they most likely did. The graphics are probably as good as you're going to get a console. Especially because you're making it for TVs half the time. So most TVs will support like 1080p most. Recently they've been going up to 4K. I know PS5 can support 4K, but yeah, I'm not a nerd in these kind of, breakdowns of this stuff, but I'm willing to check it out, man. So let's see what they have to offer. How much would they be charging? Because I bought mine for, it would have been $750, and then I bought a bundle that came with it as well after, and that bundle was dog shit. It was a headset, a controller grip that I actually still have one on one of my controllers, and it came with some joystick extenders, which I absolutely love. So that came out to around like $1,000. So I'm curious to see what the PS5 Pro comes out to. All right, let's see their little breakdown of it.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm
Mark
excited
Cerny.
to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional
Okay, so like
gaming.
my PS5 doesn't have this line here. It's legit just a big white like board kind of thing, like plastic cover on both sides. So that's already a noticeable difference.
Experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot
It was
to the
2020.
table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds.
Holy crap. What game is that?
And frame rates that can be as high as
Borderlands.
120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2
You know,
GPU,
I've never
which can
actually got to put the PS5 to its fullest potential because I'm playing on a little bit of an older TV. I have been for a while. Then I also got this one, which only supports 1080p, but it's a little bit smaller. It's like monitor size, and honestly, looks a lot more crisp than on my big TV, which I was playing on for pretty much my whole time until like recently, like 3 months ago. Not even like 2. So I never had got the chance to, put it to its fullest potential. One day we might have to, man. One day. I want to see what it can do, man.
render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water
ray
or
tracing was
glass,
wild. I noticed that on GTA 5.
and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds.
It is fast.
And data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
It's hilarious because, like, on Fortnite, when me and the bros are logging on, it's like I'm already on waiting, and they're like, bro, hold on, I still got like a minute. I'm loading up right now. It's actually wild how quick PlayStation 5 is, man. It's insane. And honestly, if it gets faster than that, I don't think you would need it that fast. Like, it already loads up games real quick. This game was awesome, by the way.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing.
Can I just say this now? I think it is the haptic feedback that is actually making the controllers have like that stick drift to the left. Like, it's the same problem with every controller. So, you know, maybe if there's like a new controller that fixes that, I'd definitely cop it. But I think it had to have been the haptics, because on PlayStation 4, I never had that problem. Of course, eventually you would get stick drift, like after like a year or so, and like my controllers would last a lifetime. But PS5 controllers, I legit got 3 PS5 controllers that work, but they have that stick drift. Like, it's actually insane, man. It feels like I'm buying one every 3-4 months. But it is cool. It is cool. Don't get me wrong. It is cool being able to like pull back a bow and it gets like tight, like harder to push the trigger in. It's so cool. But I think that's what it has to be that's ruining the controllers. On Call of Duty and like games like that, I turn the haptic feedback off. But with story games, you gotta keep it on. You gotta keep it on. It's just a vibe, man. It's just a vibe. Like, come on now.
Inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance.
Yeah.
The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players.
Okay. Yeah, performance is what you want to be.
Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frames.
You definitely want to be on performance. Fidelity is cool, but like being a content creator like I am, you gotta have the highest frames you can get. It's gotta look smooth, because if it looks choppy, then it looks weird and it can mess with your gameplay. But yeah, man. That's really all I got to say about that. Performance ray tracing is clutch, though. I use it on GTA 5. Oh my god, it is gorgeous. It is crazy.
When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time.
Yeah.
Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses.
Okay.
The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5.
Damn,
and
really?
Finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short.
PSSR.
PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro.
Oh my god.
It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second.
This actually looks insane.
Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Don't stop! We gotta lose.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
You're telling me we could play on both fidelity and performance mode at the same time, it looks like, maybe? On the PS5 Pro, like it just combines them to its best? Like, bro, what? That's a little bit of a game change. Look at the graphics compared to this one. Oh my god.
And Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5.
The PS5, like, the fidelity looks like it has, like, motion blur.
Is to look at PS5 Pro versus performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60
Yeah, I need to see this. Okay, so it's not
what we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5.
Damn!
For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Wait, bro, hold on.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay.
Oh my god, wait, that's actually insane.
Showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair
that thing is
and the
scary,
skin
man.
in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference, allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay.
I want to play this.
While continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second.
I don't know, there's really not much you can do in, like, racing games like this, where it's like a track. I mean, for Need for Speed, you had, like, missions and stuff you can go do, and, you can race and pimp out your vehicle and all that. I don't know about Gran Turismo, though.
That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy.
Ooh, this was a good game.
Allowing
underrated,
not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows.
Damn, okay.
I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Ooh, okay. Whoa. Oh, we're getting a full look at it. It doesn't. I don't know if I'm the only one thinking this, but it doesn't look that nice, to be honest. If anything, they should have tried to make it smaller. Definitely does not look like they even tried that. But at least it's better graphics. It might be skinnier though. Mine's pretty chunky, I'm not gonna lie. But it might be skinnier. If anything, we need it smaller, man.
Don't let me hang it.
Ah! I hate that dinosaur, man.
It'll be
that robot.
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
It does look good. It does look good. Do we, so it does look good, but, I don't know if it's, like, first of all, I need to see the price. I remember taming one of those. First of all, I need to see the price before I really say anything, but, my PS5 looks really good as it is, and I haven't even put it to its fullest potential. I'm playing on, like, an old TV, man, and I've played so many games, and they looked wild, man. They were great. Definitely not complaining. This just looks like a more crisp version of the PS5 as it's currently. Oh, here's the prices. $700. Now for Canada. All right? Let's just see. Let's just see real quick here. Oops. Let's just see here real quick. So 690, oops, 99 USD to C80. So, oh my god, okay, well, I'll pass. I will pass. What the no, 950 for just basically a crisper version of the PS5? No, the PS5's already fine in my eyes, man. It's already good. Oh my god, 950 here in Canada, bro? Oh my god. And they didn't even make it any smaller. Like, it wouldn't even be worth it. It would just be a replacement for my PS5 as it is right now. Like, the only worth it part about it is crisper. That's really it. Like, nobody cares about loading into games any faster. Like, it already loads in insanely fast. Like, lightning speed. Oh my god, man. 950 here in Canada. That is a pretty penny, man. It's a lot more than a penny, I'll tell you that. My god. Is it just a black screen now? Okay. Holy crap. So they want us to pay, me at least, here in Canada, $950. Listen, they didn't even do anything with the controller either. It's literally just the console. Like, no. I like that you guys are trying to make it better, but you guys gotta go all out, especially charging that much. We already paid, like, pretty much, like, I would say 3/4 of that price, or like 7/8 of that price just for the regular PS5. Never mind the Pro. And they've definitely devalued over time, but $950 for the Pro? Wasn't the PS4 Pro like $400? I paid like, I can't remember what I actually paid for my PS4. I know the Pro was not nearly this expensive. Oh my god. Well, listen, gotta give them props for trying, but it's literally just a crisper version. That's really it. Everything else is the same. It didn't get any smaller. The controller is still the same. But if you guys do get it, good for you. Good for you. You're gonna have nice looking gameplay. But I think I'm gonna have to. Vertical stand sold separately. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. What, like, are we running out of money here, PlayStation? What's going on here? Anyways, I'm not saying you should get it. Not saying you shouldn't get it. This is more a, if you want it, go for it. You know, content creators, of course, for sure, definitely should cop this. I'm okay with my PS5 at the current moment. I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, I'm just being honest. I play a lot of like shooter games, like multiplayer games anyways, as well as playing a lot of story games. but I would say I play a lot more multiplayer games than story games. And in multiplayer games, I don't think this would have too much of an impact, man. It's not like you're gonna notice those little things like crisper image. You're running around and you're shooting people. That's it. So personally, me, this might not have been the greatest upgrade to a PS5 that they could have done. They definitely could have made it way better. Like the PS4 Pro was insane. It basically took every flaw of the PS4 and built off that, man. Made it better. So they tried, but I'm gonna have to give this one a hard pass. But let me know if you guys will be copying this. Let me know you guys' opinion on the PS5 Pro, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.